Hey everybody, it's Jason Kochis back with another video. I will try to give you a little demo on how I would draw a face. You may have seen on my channel where I draw these little X's and then go in and actually draw the face. So that's also a good way to start for me. A good exercise to sort of try something new. I'm not sure if the blue pen will show up. Let me just, it shows up there. Just have to draw a little heavier than normal. I appreciate you checking out my videos and supporting my channel. Please spread the word. Let people know what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to draw, create a original manga-inspired comic book based on some characters that I've designed. And yeah, anyway, let's get into the demo here. So if I was to just draw a face, usually I'm just going to start with just a sort of an oval shape. You know, that's my typical starting point there. And then from here, usually the middle of the head is where your eyes are going to be, and then the straight line down, that's where, you know, the nose line is. Usually about halfway down is where the bottom of the nose is. At least that's the way I've sort of learned it. Take a little bit of this out. Hopefully you still see a little bit of that still in there. But yeah, so if we're going to do that as the basis here, what I usually try to do is start with the eyes. So I'm going to do the upper part of the eye, or the eyelid. And typically they're going to be about the same, as wide as they are here is going to be the distance between the two eyes. Symmetry is always something I strive to get correct. Just putting in the eyeballs. And then from here, usually the nose, like I said, is halfway down. Like if this is the center line of the eye line, and this is the chin down here, I'm going to put the nose in the middle of those two, and then typically the mouth probably be in this general area as well. You know, eyelids, or I'm sorry, eyelash or eyebrow. My goodness. It's going to be a little bit above here. I try to get an actual eyelid above the eye to give it a little bit of dimension. It just really depends on how small the drawing is going to be, if I'm able to get that in there or not. So this looks like it's a pretty straight on pose here that I've got going. So I'm just going to try to get my contour line around the face in there. I'm not sure I'm completely happy with it yet, but at this stage it's okay to erase for me. I may try to shorten the head a little bit when I'm drawing this sort of manga style. There we go, that's a little better. I like that line. Might have to bring the nose up since I brought the chin a little bit further up. I'm going to bring the nose up a little bit further as well. Just make a little kind of a smile going on there. typically I like to have the pretty heavy eyelash going on the top. So I'm going to make that line a little bit thicker. So we're losing that sort of eyelid line as well. I think my eyes are looking a little crazy to one side there. Then from there I usually put like a highlight. And then on the inside of the eye, the darker part, I guess that's the iris. I have that on the inside there. I know a lot of artists like to do the line under here. To me, it just doesn't look right, so I usually take that out. But it's a good way to know where the bottom of the eye is. So you got your eyebrows going on in here. From here, I'll just draw my character. I like to a little bit of arch for the hairline, and then his hair kind of goes around like this. Getting a little out of control. Sometimes it takes me a while to find actually where the edge of the hair is going to be. You probably would help if I put the ears in here. So the ear is going to be like center of the eye to the nose. Again, it just sort of differs. If this is just a straight on pose, so it should be a little more equal with the center of the eye and the bottom of the nose. Just a little adjustments here. And then just a little something in here to some definition of the ear. I think his hair might be a little too tall. Come back in here. Get some of that chin out of there. Another thing too is on the edge here, it sort of comes up to a point. So that's another way for me to find where I need to go. Again, it's okay to erase, in my opinion. I like to draw with the blue because if I scan it in, I don't have to erase as much of the blue, and I can just take it out of Photoshop. Yeah, so still trying to find this correct hairline. I think kind of hooks down a little more here. Maybe not so much as around his ear, at least in this sort of pose. But I mean, you know, you can do whatever you want with your own characters or your own drawing. Don't feel like you have to do it exactly as I'm doing it. It's just what I've learned to make it work for me. Yeah, so I think this is coming out a little more that way from the ear. And then he's got these little two hairs like that, like I used to have when I was little. Going around his cheeks a little more here. That's looking better. And then also take out these little spaces in between his hair. Add a little highlight. And then his hair goes dark, so just quickly color that in. There you go. That's kind of how I would approach drawing my character's face. How I, basically draw a head. So if I was, just to give you an example of how, if you've sort of mastered where the lines are, where the ears are, where the eyes are, that kind of thing, I'll just draw just the random X's. I'll do two. How about that? Go. So if I'm looking at this, I could use this as the eye line, this is the nose line, or I could go the other way. This is the eye line, that's the nose line. But I think I'll go with my original, where this is the eye line and this is the nose. So if I'm thinking about this, I'm going to put the oval in here. So I'm sort of looking up the, this is the chin down here, so we're sort of looking up this way on the character. So again, I'm just going to start with the eyes, top of the eyes here. Eyeballs. So the nose is coming down here, but if we're looking up this way, I'm going to put it a little more out this way. Sort of something like that. Get a little bit of that stuff out of my way. Let me put the contour line in here. Now again, if up here we got the middle of the eye is where the ears, top of the ear is, and the bottom is where the nose. So if we're going to do that, this line here, you'd say the ear is up here, which is pretty good, but I feel like we're looking a little, so I'm going to bring it down a little so that the lines are coming a little more like this. Maybe that's a little too advanced, but again, I want to put my ear down in this area for now. So we got the forehead going on up here, head's kind of looping around like this. Take some of these other lines out so I can see a little more of what I'm doing. Got the nose. I'm going to say this is kind of he's a little shocked here. So do something like that. Alright, so I've got my eyes here. Again, I'm going to put my highlight in, but I feel like the character is looking this direction. So I want to put the darker part over in this area, as if it's looking this direction here. And if this is a sort of surprised mouth pose, I will make the eyebrows doing that as well. And then from here, not feeling this nose at the moment. Probably better just to have the side of the nose. There, that looks better to me. But yeah, so this is a little more in perspective. I feel like the chin or the neck is going to do something like this. Again, if this is, I'll just go ahead and try to make it into my character. This hair is going to be a little more like this. Top of the hair is way too big. Sometimes I have to play with where the hair separates, just because there's not enough room to get, the 5 in there. Sort of adjust. So he's only got 4 if I'm looking at him from a certain direction. A little too far in there with that one. Takes a little time sometimes for me to find the lines that I like. That one's pretty good. I think it's the mouth that I'm sort of not so digging. And let's see if we can try to give him a little happy mouth, maybe. It's not like Bob Ross, but let's give him a little happy mouth. Put the tongue line in there. Yeah, he seems a little more liking that more. And again, this is sort of somewhere where I would be if I was doing the pencils for my comic, the blue pencils, and then I would come back in and ink a little bit tighter over top of all this. But I kind of know I'm putting in the most information that I can, so when I'm inking, I don't have to think too much. I'm gonna correct things as I see them. Again, this is just a sketch so you can see the process. And again, I think this ear might be a little too high, so I'm gonna adjust that. Could be a mistake. You never know. Yeah, that's not bad. Just do a little. Quick coloring in there. Alright, so now we've got this other one over here. So again, I feel like this might be the eye, and that might be the nose line here. So let me go ahead and I feel like this would be the top of the head. So we're going to be looking down on the head this time instead of looking up. Before over here we're looking up. This time we're actually looking down. So with that in mind, eyes are going to be a little in this area. It's my eye line. Nose, mouth, chin. Some of this other stuff don't need. So I guess if we're looking down, make the eyes, I may regret this, but make the eyes like this. Yeah, I'm not liking that. I'm practicing right here. You see me practice right now. Make that eyes not quite so open like that. It's a little bit better. I like this better. I think I'll just put the bottom of the nose in there. Possibly put that there. Put a little bit of a concerned mouth here. thicken up the eyelash area. I guess we'll put the highlight on this side. Since the light, I guess, would be coming from this direction on this one. Could probably put the eyelash or eyelid line in there. Playing with the contour line again. Looks like he's got a really big head here, so probably take some of this out. Oh, probably need to put the eyebrows in first, though. So he's looking a little concerned, so we'll definitely do sort of raised eyebrows. Here. That's the neck. Say we're looking down on the character of this. Here's his shoulders. Just to give myself an idea of what's going on here. Again, we'll try to find the actual line of the head, or the top of the head, hairline, whatever you want to call it. Bring this over a little more. Yeah, that's better. So now we definitely have room for a little highlight up here. Some lines in the ears. This line probably don't need that to go all the way across. Trying to find this contour line here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. A little shadow here. Just the dark areas of the hair. Again, doing it real quick and dirty. Just so you get the idea. But yeah, that's kind of 3 ways of how I would draw a face. Again, starting up here, got the cross going in your oval. Your eye line is on this one, halfway between here and here. You're going to have your nose, halfway between the nose and the chin. You're going to have the mouth, that general area. The distance between the eyes is equal to the distance of one of the eyes. Your ears are going to line up to the middle of the eye and the bottom of the nose. So just something simple to try. Yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. You follow me on Patreon. If not, please let everyone know that you do, and encourage them to give me a follow as well and support, and I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you soon.